Now let's go to the correction. Number figure 1. Solve the equation 3 raised to power x raised to power 2 plus 2 times 3 raised to power x minus 3 equals 0. First of all, we say let y be equal to 3 raised to power x. That means y squared. The square of 3 raised to power x means y squared plus 2 times y, which is 2 times 3 raised to power x, which is 2y minus 3 equals 0. Now minus 3 times y squared, that's minus 3y squared. What do you multiply together to get minus 3y squared and add or subtract to get plus 2y? That is minus y plus 3y. Or you can also write it as plus 3y minus y. Now this simply means instead of writing 2y, you now write minus y plus 3y. So that means y squared minus y plus 3y minus 3 equals 0. And that means y into bracket y minus 1 plus 3 into bracket y minus 1 equals 0. And now you pick this, put these two together in brackets, y plus 3, and pick one of these two that are the same, times y minus 1 equals 0, which simply means y plus 3 equals 0 or y minus 1 equals 0. And that means y equals minus 3 or y equals 1. Which therefore means y is not what we're supposed to find. We're supposed to find x. So that means y, but we know that y is 3 raised to power x. So that means 3 raised to power x equals minus 3 or 3 raised to power x equals 1. 3 raised to power x equals minus 3 has no solution. So we write that. And that therefore means 3 raised to power x equals 1, which means 3 raised to power x. If you write 1 as a power of 3, it will become 3 raised to power 0. And that therefore means x equals 0. Let's check this again. If 3 raised to power x equals minus 3, 3 raised to power x equals minus 3. You cannot say 3 raised to power x equals minus 3 raised to power 1 and then say x equals 1. No. If the right hand side, if this is minus 3, then you say it has a solution. If what's on the right hand side is a negative value, you can only say 3 raised to power x equals 3 raised to power 1 and equate the powers if this is plus 3 and not minus 3. Now let's go to the second very quickly. Human figure 2. What does that say? Solve the equation 5 raised to power 2x plus 1 minus 26 times 5 raised to power x plus 5 equals 0. Now here we know that a raised to power x times a raised to power y is equal to a raised to power x plus y. That means I can also say a raised to power x plus y is equal to a raised to power x times a raised to power y, which means 5 raised to power 2x plus 1 is the same as 5 raised to power 2x times 5 raised to power 1. So that's what I'm going to write here. 5 raised to power 2x plus 1 means 5 raised to power 2x times 5 raised to power 1 minus 26 times 5 raised to power x plus 5 equals 0. Let's take this out. Now, this simply means 5 raised to power 2x is the same as 5 raised to the power x raised to the power 2 times 5 raised to the power 1 is 5 minus 26 times 5 raised to the power x plus 5 equals 0. Now let w be equal to 5 raised to the power x. That means w square times 5, that's 5w square minus 26 times w will be minus 26w plus 5 equals 0. And that simply means 5 times 5w squared, that's plus 25w squared. Now what do you multiply together to get plus 25w squared and add to get minus 26w? Add or subtract to get minus 26w. That's minus w minus 25w. Minus w times minus 25w will give us plus 25w squared. And at the same time, minus w minus 25w will give us minus 26w. So instead of writing minus 26w, we write minus w minus 25w. And that means 5w squared minus w minus 25w plus 5 equals 0. Which means w into bracket 5w minus 1 minus 5 into bracket 5w minus 1 equals 0. You must make sure that what's in the bracket here is the same as what's in the bracket here. So this simply means w minus 5 times 5w minus 1 equals 0. And that simply means w minus 5 equals 0 or 5w minus 1 equals 0, which means w equals 5 or 5w equals 1. And that simply means w equals 5 or w equals 1 over 5 if you divide through by 5 here. So, but w is not what we are finding. W is equal to 5 raised to the power x. So that therefore means 5 raised to the power x equals 5 or 5 raised to the power x equals 1 over 5. And that means 5 raised to the power x equals 5 raised to the power 1 or 5 raised to the power x equals 5 raised to the power minus 1. We know that 1 over 5 is the same as 1 over 5 raised to the power 1, which is 5 raised to the power minus 1. So finally, x, and that therefore means x equals 1 or x equals minus 1. When the bases are the same, you can equate the powers. The bases are the same here, that means the powers are also equal. So, and that is it, very, very simply.